Don't look at profit, don't look at ROI, don't look at sales, don't look at competition, don't look at charts before you've had a chance to look at eligibility and IP. Okay, if you are going around checking all of the other things before you've checked eligibility and IP, you are wasting your time massively. Eligibility and IP are your make or break factors to determine if you can even sell the item full stop. So that is why you always need to be checking those things first. As I say, if you go around looking at other stuff and you come back and there's IP issues, you've just wasted your time massively. You could have been analysing something else. You could have been analysing, this properly if IP was good to begin with. You could be sourcing something else. You could be doing a ton of other things. Okay, don't waste your time. Now, eligibility and IP. If these things don't show up favourably, then you aren't selling that item. Although, there is a bit of a chance that you could. Now, the reason why I say that is because for one of these factors, you can do something about it. For the other thing, not so much. So let's start with the thing that you can do something about, which is eligibility. Whenever they say like good news, bad news, what do you want to hear first? And people say bad news. I'll give you the good news first. Let's break the cycle. So eligibility. This is Amazon. Okay, eligibility and IP, they are like doormen to the nightclub. If they are saying no, you aren't going in the club. But if they're saying yes, you're going into the club to have a good time. So, eligibility. This is Amazon saying you can sell this or you can't sell this. Now, this is something that we can do something about, and it's not as hard as what other people on YouTube or whatever might be making you think. It's actually relatively easy. And my recommendation, as I've mentioned in lots of other videos and such, is the easiest way to get yourself ungated. Obviously, you are requiring invoices. Sometimes you're allowed just to sell something by doing the simple request approval on Seller Central. Sometimes that happens, especially as you get ungated the invoice way more and more. Like more stuff will just sort of click, and Amazon goes, "Yeah, we can trust you. We know that you get your stuff from a good supplier. You've submitted XYZ invoices, so yeah, all good." A lot of the time, though, as you're starting out, you'll need an invoice, okay, showing that you've purchased such and such amount. Amazon will specify that when you request approval. It's got all the right details on the invoice and so forth. So I would say just dive in, get yourself ungated in whatever as soon as possible. Like, do it now at the start rather than down the line, okay? So, eligibility. If you're not eligible, you need to decide, am I going to get the invoice for this product or not right now? Okay, if you are going to get the invoice, get that invoice. It's a bit of a spinning plates thing with obviously waiting for the approval from Amazon, buying your stuff and sending it off and all that. There is a bit of a spinning plates thing, but obviously if your invoice is all good, then you got nothing to worry about. Sometimes Amazon are a bit funny with invoices, but just keep submitting it if everything is in order. They might give you a reason as to why they've denied it. They're, like if something's wrong or if something's missing, they'll let you know. If not, then ask them. Like, I know support isn't the greatest, but just keep asking them, keep submitting the invoice, and eventually you'll get there. But hopefully it's first time. Anyway, with your stock, while you're waiting for approval, you could hold it for a little bit. If you're having it sent to a prep center and they have good communication, then they might hold it for you for a little bit. But the prep center isn't a storage warehouse, so they won't really be holding on to your stuff for that long. They might be able to postpone it by like a day or two. But yeah, it just depends on the prep center and your communications with them and so forth. So you need to decide, are you going to be getting yourself ungated or not? If it's not, just leave the item. If you are, then go about, get that invoice, get it from a wholesaler if you can, because they deal with invoices a lot more than retail stores. If it's a retail store, I would ask them beforehand, before you buy anything, hey, if I needed an invoice, could you do me one, please? And, make sure that they hold up their end of the deal if they say yes. So, grab the invoice, submit it to Amazon, boom, get yourself ungated. There are different statuses for this. So if you are not quite eligible, or maybe you think you are and you're wondering why it's not showing as such, just tap auto ungate and it will rescan your Amazon account and it will just confirm if you can be ungated or not. At the same time This is basically doing the request approval thing that you do on Seller Central. So it's pressing that button. If it's something that Amazon just lets you sell without an invoice or whatever, then this will show up as green. But obviously Amazon will want something more. So this is why it's red, and it's got a little submit thing right here. So if we click on that, it takes us through to the right place on Amazon to request approval. But for this particular brand, L'Oreal, we're not going to waste our time because the IP is red. So all of the dots in here work like a traffic light system. So red is bad news, it's no. Green is good news, all clear, whatever. Orange is like a not quite sure, do extra due diligence. And ironically, this is because Amazon isn't even sure themselves of that factor. So red here for IP, there are known IP issues with L'Oreal. I know that they're a troublesome brand anyway, but obviously the IP here just reaffirms that. So red equals avoid, okay? Even if you have green for eligibility somehow and red for IP, just don't do it. Don't go for that item. IP is your super make or break. This is the tougher doorman at the nightclub. So this is the brand saying, no, you can't sell. If you go ahead and try and sell the item anyway, the brand isn't going to be best pleased and they'll be filing IP claims against you. And this is what can get you suspended from Amazon either temporarily or permanently. This is the sort of thing that people have to talk to services like getting suspended about, and they help them get their accounts reinstated. But it's best just to avoid that interruption altogether and just follow what this radar here is saying. So before you look at anything else, eligibility, decide what you're going to do if you're not eligible. If you are, great, but always refer to IP. This should be your number one and this should be your number two, okay? IP is super, super, super important, okay? Hopefully this helped.